up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we have some more parts for the truck. As you can see, I'm currently in Perla right now. We are currently on our way to Crew Cab Chris's house. I know it's been a while since you guys seen him, so he has been nice enough to let us use his garage to install these parts today. So let's go ahead and get on over there and I'll show you guys what we got. Alright guys, so we have made it to our friend Crew Cab Chris's house. As you can see, there's his Sierra, his Cat Eye. So yeah, let me show you guys what we got. What are you doing?
I'm watching this shit up. You do what you do. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to be doing a long time ago.
Alright guys, so we have
Talk shit.
camber correction arms for the front end of the truck. As you can see, I currently have a 4.7 drop, as you guys know, and I don't have control arms. I only have it on 2-inch drop spindle, 2-inch lowering springs. So if you can kind of see, I have negative camber on my front wheels. So with me having a negative camber, I eat up a lot of tires and I can't get them straight right now because of the way the Crew Cab suspension is set up. So these arms right here are to help remedy this. So I have the arms. Here is the part number for the ball joints here. So you can see they're moved. And in this bag here, also have new alignment bolts. So let's go ahead and get the truck jacked up and get the wheel off so we can go ahead and start taking off this control arm. All right guys, so this is actually side 2. I did cheat a little bit and I went ahead and did the driver's side already. As you can see, my hands are dirty. I wanted to make sure I was doing everything right before I just gave you guys a how-to or some kind of instruction. So only thing I had to do was remove this control arm. I did not have to take out the strut. For your ball joint here, the nut size is the 18 coming off, but the moved ball joint is a 19 millimeter whenever you put the new nut on. And just because this is an aftermarket spindle, the moved ball joint actually has a little slightly thicker mounting stud. So I did have to use a drill bit and ream this out a little bit. For the control arms themselves, to get them out, you just take this nut and that bolt out on both sides here, and you wiggle this out. And to get the new one in, I just apply grease on the rubber sides of the bushings and just rotate it, kind of rock it in there, use the hammer a little bit, and I put my new alignment pins and nuts on it, and it was good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this side apart, probably show you guys a little bit more since you guys didn't see anything on that side, and we're gonna go from there.
Many unbearable hours later.
So control arm is off, and I partially lied to you guys in the last clip. So for the driver's side, I said I did not have to take this off. For the passenger side, as you can see, I have this loose right now because my bolt for the control arm would not clear my spring right there. So only thing I did, I loosened the top a little bit and I took the bolts off right here. As you guys can see, I do need a new in-link bushing. I'll probably change that out before I go get the alignment. But yeah, so I did have to lower this lower control arm a bit, loosen this strut, and that way I was able to get the bolt out. So now I'm going to do like I did mention, ream this hole out a little bit and get the new control arm back in. we now have 2 complete sides. As you can see, this side did give me a decent hard time, I guess you could say, but I did tighten up the struts. Obviously you see the new control arm is in, speed sensor, everything is good. Only thing I'm probably about to do after I watch this thing settle is about to go to the parts store, get these stabilizer inlink bushings and install them. I'll probably do those off camera, and then probably afterwards you guys will still see the alignment. We are going to be going back to our friends over at 4 Low Concepts, and our friends over there are going to be helping us out with the alignment on this thing. So yeah guys, so let me get the wheel back on, let's see how the camber looks, and let's go from there. All right guys, so as you guys can see, here we have the truck. Today is the day that we are going to our friends over at 4 Low Concepts to get the alignment dialed in on this thing. So before we head out and everything, I wanted to at least show you guys how I got the alignment to sit as of now. I believe this is about where I showed you before I installed the control arms. So as you can see, the tire is leaning back outwards now. So I believe I may have a little bit of positive camber now, but I'd rather have positive camber than negative camber. So with that being said guys, let's go ahead and get on over to our friends over at 4 Low Concepts so we can get this alignment dialed in. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get a cold start. Well, it's hot outside right now, so it's really a hot start, but you guys haven't heard this Corza in a while, and I got to get this AC going. So a little unhappy because it is on E right now. If you guys can smell it, it smells amazing, but you never know who you're going to run into. So let's go ahead and get on over to the shop. We have now made it to our friends over at 4 Low Concepts, as I'm about to start calling it the house of the green paint, but the green ties in with his logo. I don't know if I showed you guys this on the Camaro video, but this is his Jeep that he built himself. Obviously you see his banner right there for his shop, 4 Low Concepts. So this is typically his bread and butter right here, is Jeeps. So he does a lot of these things. He actually does a few Jeep clubs, but I just so happen to be a drop truck. So as you can see, the truck is already on a lift, so we're gonna go ahead and start getting this thing dialed in. All right guys, so this is where we're currently sitting at. We have 0.3 degrees of positive camber on our driver's side and 1.2 degrees of positive camber on our passenger side. This is based off of the base alignment that I did, but as you can see, our toe is way off. So we are technically pigeon-toed right now if you want to give it a turn. So our master mechanic here is getting us taken care of. So let's get to dialing this thing in. So guys, this is after a quick 5 minutes. As you can see, we're all the way in the green now. So remember, that was at positive 1.2. We were able to bring it all the way back down to literally half, and we're still at 0.4 because it is in the green. And you guys saw how the toe was, so we are right on the money with the toe. So 5 minutes guys, that's all it took. So go ahead, get this thing off the lift and see how she drives. As you guys can see, we are off the lift right now. He told me to go drive it around a little bit, so that's what I'm doing. And so far, just being in the parking lot, it is straight as it has ever been since the truck has been dropped. So I'm gonna loop around, make sure I'm not tripping, and I think we're gonna be good with this. All right guys, so as you guys can see, we are done with our alignment. We are back on the road, and this part of the video is literally explaining to you guys everything, kind of a recap of everything. I have my alignment sheet here, gonna go over that with you guys as well. But before I do that, I just want to let you guys know this truck drives amazing now. It drives straight. I'm still correcting it because it used to pull to the right for so long, but it drives straight as it can be now, almost like it was stock. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into everything. So here we have our alignment sheet. This is the after, but I did show you guys before you saw that our camber was in the red. We had 1.2 degrees of positive camber, but before this video started, remember I mentioned I had like -1.5 degrees before I even installed these control arms. So that's definitely in the green now. We were able to take out half of what we had of the positive camber, so we are well into the green now. Our toe, I showed you guys the toe as well. The toe was disgusting, and now we have the toe right on the money. And the thrust angle, you can't really adjust the thrust angle on these trucks because it is a solid axle, and the only way you really adjust it is messing with the flip kit and everything. But you don't need to mess with that. Obviously you see that is green. So our friends over at 4 Low Concepts, he got us right. He literally did this whole alignment in like 5 minutes, guys. Like, that was not an exaggeration. It was like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. He just double checked everything, tightened everything up, and then I literally went on that test drive. So if you guys have any alignment needs, any suspension needs, because he does install suspension too, you can go over to him. I'll drop his Instagram right here, and you guys can hit him up for any of your suspension needs. If you guys need to know which arms I got, they are the IHC camber correction control arms, non-adjustable. So I got the non-adjustable ones. They do have some that are adjustable, but you probably only need those if you're like way lower than me. I am at a 4.7 drop. Another thing, which is a question I had when I bought these, they do not lower your truck anymore. They are specifically only for camper, so you will stay at your same exact drop that you had beforehand. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions about like the install that I did on these arms. I know I couldn't show much because I was working. You need both hands at all times doing these control arms, but I tried to explain as best as I could. If you do have questions, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can even drop a comment. If you don't know what my Instagram is, it is the same as the channel name, which is Trent5Tree. I'll put it right here. I try to respond to everybody because you never know when you might need help. Videos like these, I try to help out because Google does not have all your answers all the time. So other than that, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I tried to explain everything. Let me know if I missed something. Let me know if you still have a question about something, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.